All right. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Out on the Deck. And we're literally out on the deck. You're on the deck too. Um,
Decks are good.
yeah, decks are awesome. I have a friend of mine joining us today, Ken from New Directions Home Inspection. And he's a home inspector friend of mine I've been working with for years. And just thought it would be good to have him on and maybe have some discussions about home inspections, etc. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Doing pretty good. Enjoying the
Good.
sunshine. Perfect day for
Yeah,
this.
well, at last. And I can
I
tell you, there's
know.
clouds coming from the west. So
But you know what? There's no camping on long weekends, so there's not going to be any snow.
for the first time.
That's right. Snow only comes when there is camping allowed.
Yeah, that's
So,
correct.
how have you been doing with your family and work and stuff in the last 2 months with the restrictions and things like that?
You know what? It's been interesting. We're taking the positive approach to it, and actually, I hate to say it, but I'm
Yeah.
quite enjoying COVID in a certain way.
Yeah.
We've been able to spend a lot of time as a family and get stuff done in the home that typically we wouldn't do this time of year.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been enjoyable. It's different but enjoyable. So
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it's definitely like that, and it's good to have. I tell all my clients and friends and everybody, just take the positives out of it. There's stuff that comes out of this that's going to be great for everyone, and we need to focus on that, not on all the bad stuff.
I agree.
So yeah, so so home inspections, right? A very important
Hmm.
part of real estate transactions, and I always push very hard for all my clients to make sure that they do have home inspections. Um, do you want to maybe talk to us about a bit as to what's important and why it's important?
Yeah, for sure. Home inspections, it's an integral part of the real estate transaction for sure. And there's many benefits to it. For me, there's two things that stick in mind. One is just getting time to spend in the house with your home inspector, understanding the major components of the home, and just getting a feel for what you're purchasing. And then secondly, is it's our job as home inspectors to help you make your decisions and discover inherited risks and inherited costs. So those are the two things that I explain and I try to identify going through the home to aid you in your decisions and to add any clarification on any topic that we may be discussing, looking at, just to help you move on and help make those difficult decisions the best you can and be educated with those decisions.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, and that's why it's so key. I mean, your job is not there to tell people what to do and what not to do about buying the house, but
No.
really just inspect it really for them. I mean, it's in the word itself, but it's just so that they are prepared. And what I love about how you do your business and why I've really been recommending you to everyone is because you educate people about not only just tell them about what's, you know, may be wrong with the home or what kind of issues they might be facing down the road, but you actually give them a full education as to, you know, home maintenance and things like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I appreciate that. And I'm a homeowner too, so I see both sides of it. And as I tell all your clients, my clients, I can go through my home and I can pick it apart too. And every home has issues. We want to hit the major ones that are going to cause issues financially and safety. The rest of them, they can get done on a Sunday afternoon
Yeah.
while it's raining.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's the key, is that every home has issues. Like even brand new homes should be inspected. And I've got that question too often is, you know, oh, we're buying from the builder. Should we even bother about a home inspection? And
Mm-hmm.
what do you have to say about that?
I'm very mixed on it. I like to watch my pennies as well. And what I tell people on that is basically what I do is I provide a third party opinion. So I don't have an emotion
Yeah.
going in. The builder's got an incentive financially, and of course they're proud of their build. And you as a client buying the place, you're emotionally attached, you want to buy it. So I come in there and what I do is I provide an assurance that things are operating. I kind of take the time, personal one-on-one, to go through the components of the home. And in that situation, in a new home, I always come back 6 to 10 months later, just as a quick visit under the same fee structure, just to do a quick thermal image and see how things are going prior to that 1-year warranty.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And again, it's just crucial. It's having that information, having that third party opinion. It's the same as going to a doctor. And if you're not sure about something, you go to get a second opinion from somewhere. So
Yeah.
it's very similar in my opinion to that. So
Yeah, correct. And even when I'm purchasing real estate, I don't do my own inspection. I actually have a colleague come in and look at the building for me, simply for that reason. He
that
removes
third party.
emotion and
Yeah.
then I can just kind of listen and learn.
Yeah. No, and so in general, what's included? I mean, we don't need to go in detail, but when you're talking about a home inspection, people are wondering, well, are you looking at every single nook and cranny, or what, in a nutshell, what's included as a general home inspection?
It, in a nutshell, it's a non-invasive inspection. So basically, we're testing for the ability for the home to operate, how it operates, testing the normal functions of the home. We're not taking apart. We're not going in nooks and crannies and moving furniture. We're looking at how that home has stood over the test of time, or how it's operating at this point in time during the inspection. So we're looking for the big ticket items, the big inherited risks and the inherited
Right.
costs, to provide that information for you to make that decision and to be there to answer questions.
Yeah, no, and that's great. It also kind of points out how the home has been maintained, and that's also what I love about this or working with you, is that really, if there's a bunch of neglected items, then chances are there's even more that we might not know.
Very true. I find it's not so much the builder or the tradespeople that wreck the home. I find more often than not, maintenance actually kills the home. And
The
with a
lack
poorly
of.
maintained home, lack of, exactly, a poorly maintained or lack of maintenance affects the integrity of the home,
Yeah,
and directly is a resemblance of the price or
yeah,
the quality of the home.
yeah. And talking about, actually, speaking of maintenance stuff, now that spring is coming, we hear all kinds of things out there. Do you have like maybe a list of like a short list of must dos for the spring when people have homes that they own already?
Yeah, for sure. The exterior of a home is actually one of the most important parts of the building, because it protects the building envelope. And there's simple little maintenance things that you can do, throughout the seasons, and especially in the spring, to make sure things are functioning. Anytime on an inspection, when we walk through the exterior of a home, I'm talking water, water, water. How
Mhm.
is water or the elements affecting the building envelope? From cleaning downspouts to making sure those downspouts are down and away from the building, to
Right.
monitoring your drainage during a rainstorm. This is the prime time to come out during the rainy season and actually walk to your yard. Don't inside and rain. Go out inside and see what those downspouts are doing, and that's going to give you the best idea and understanding of how your home is shedding water away from it.
Hmm. So yeah, water
Yeah,
management is the key.
big. Yeah, grading and managing the water coming off that house.
Hmm.
And actually, most importantly, sometimes it's not even the fact that you're monitoring and correcting your drainage and watching your downspouts. Have a look at your neighbor's downspouts as well, and
Yeah.
how that directly affects your property.
Yeah, that's great advice. I mean, I don't know, depending on your relationship with your neighbor, but at least if they're draining their water right onto your house or your foundation, that's not good for you.
Correct. Yeah. Well, like, the foundations are important, and they all have cracks. Two types of concrete: crack, they're going to crack. And if they're poorly managed water around a foundation, water will find those cracks and cause
Yeah.
internal issues.
Yeah, that's a good point. And like I was telling you earlier, I do need to get into my gutters and stuff and get them cleaned out. And that's really comes down to water management again, because if the gutters are plugged, then water will be just overflowing, and then it's going to run down the side of the house and everything else.
Yeah. And this time of year, especially springtime, everybody's remembering all that snow on the roof, and older homes in different areas, all the ice damming you've seen throughout the communities.
Hmm.
If you're up cleaning your eaves trough now and they're full of leaves and debris, that's a big part of causing ice dams as well, when that water's not able to be controlled off the roof.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Thanks for that. That's some good tips. And I know we don't have all day. I love talking to you, but if how are things going? Like, are you busy? Is work picking up? I'm seeing for sure in real estate, there's lots more deals happening, lots more listings are happening, and are you keeping busy?
Very, yeah, it's picking up for sure. I'm steady right now.
Yeah,
Go People need people to buy homes, so I'll be busier. But at the end of the day, as I am seeing a positive trend, and I'm seeing people get outside and realize that the world is going to move on,
yeah.
and homes have to be sold, and we need a place to live. So
So
things are moving in the right direction.
yeah, same here. So if someone needed a home inspection and they need to get a hold of you, you're available basically. You can book in within a few days time usually, or within the week for sure,
Yeah,
or what's the
we're
time?
usually booking within the week, or I always have spots available to fit in short notice ones as well. But not
Hmm.
an issue. We can find times that suit most schedules.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And if someone's watching and my client, then I can always recommend Ken. But if they just wanted to get a hold of you, how could they get a hold of you?
You can get me on my email, or you can direct me on my personal cell phone.
Okay.
Email is ken@ndhigroup.ca,
Hmm.
or my cell number direct is 403-975-0334.
Awesome. And if you're okay with it, I'll include that on the post here too, just your information there,
Yeah,
name,
you bet.
company, and phone number and email address. So if people need to reach
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
And generally, how long is an inspection? I guess some people might ask that too.
Uh, on an average home, anywhere between probably 2 to 3.5 hours. On average, probably around the 2.5 hour mark.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's all part of a thorough education too, right?
Yeah. No, it's great times, and I enjoy the personal one-on-one conversations discussing homes with you. I learn
Sure.
things every day too.
Yeah. No, that's good. Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time today, and I look forward to a few more deals with you here, hopefully soon.
Sounds good, Gabor. Appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Have a great
Bye.
day.